type guy. And talk about some positives first out of this loss. We scored a touchdown. Apologize for taking something away for you to write about, but we scored a touchdown in this game. I thought Chantrell Johnson was a bright spot. I thought he showed up as a true freshman and he played well. I thought Kirby Vanderkamp came out with a tough win in a tough environment and punted the ball well as a true freshman. I thought our kids gave outstanding effort in the second half, which is a time to check character, a time to check integrity after fully getting whipped for 30 minutes in the first half. And I thought we played a hell of a football team. They're talking about Iowa contending for a national championship, and they should. That's a good football team. As I told you last Monday, I don't see weaknesses, and they certainly played like that this afternoon.
Paul, what happened in the first half?
We got whipped.
You talk about missed tackles. Can you talk about that? Was that part of the...
Well, when you're playing a team as physical as they are, and they're a physical football team, they're 12 years into the program, they should be. They look like it, they play like it, they run like it, they hit like it, they tackle like it. And we were in a position where we were arm tackling from the side. You can't do that against physical backs. You can't do it against a physical football team. You got to get your hips up through. You got to get square on ball carriers, and you got to get multiple guys to the tackle. And we did not do that.
Any thoughts of bringing Tiller in late in the game?
No. Austin Arnott is our quarterback. He did not have his best game, and he was not playing well in the second half. He needed to go out and play well. He needed to go out and move us down the field, and he did. No thoughts whatsoever from removing him.
Their receivers, McNutt especially, kind of set the tempo with that 66-yard reception there around Leonard, I believe. Can you just talk about that play? Or
two years in a row, and which is it's what they do. They run a lot of crossing routes. They run them very effectively. They run them off play action. They run them off of boots and naked. We certainly didn't practice anything more than that this week. Tuesday we had trouble. We made some changes. We had guys in the vicinity, and our guys didn't make plays. Their guys did. Ricky Stanzi threw the ball very accurately on most of those occasions, and the result was positive for them.
The offense struggled to get anything going until late. Why do you think that was?
First of all, a very good Iowa defense. Secondly, against a defense like that and with an offense like ours, you got to find a rhythm. And we couldn't find a rhythm. You do that by having success on first down. We weren't having any kind of first down success. When you're faced with second and longs and turns into tougher third downs, when you're facing a group like that, it's hard to be productive and get in a rhythm. You're not going to get big plays against Iowa. That's how they're going to defend you. They're going to make you earn it underneath and move the ball. And with a front four and a pass rush like that, it's very hard to do.
Looks like you came through okay physically.
Matt Toffo broke his leg. So we lost him early in the game, which hurts a position that's already the thinnest on our football team. Fibula, if I'm not mistaken, which is the same type of fracture that Taryn Benton had a year ago, should not keep him out the entire season. Should be back some point later.
What do you do to reserve him?
Say it again?
Back him up. What do you do?
A.J. Klein becomes our starting Mike linebacker, and we'll compete for the Sam linebacker position. Probably force us to play a good bit more nickel as we go through the year.
Benton back next week?
Yes. Should be back tomorrow.
Defensive line, what do you tell them going forward?
Well, you got to see the film and find out why we weren't making any plays with those guys. Were they just physically getting whipped in one-on-one situations? Were they getting their gaps and forcing the ball to cut back and it was going to linebackers? It's hard to see those things completely and thoroughly to give a rating and evaluation on a position group like that.
In your 15 games as head coach, is this the best team you've seen?
Yeah, I would agree with that. Top to bottom, there are no weaknesses. They have the ability to run it. They have the ability to throw it. People are not going to score many points on them. They got a heck of a punter. I made a comment to somebody on the sideline at one point in the game that they punted or kicked off. I think it was a kickoff, and 11 defensive players came off the sideline. They don't play their starters on special teams because they don't need to, so they got great depth. It's I think without a doubt the best team I've faced since I've been here.
Chantrell Johnson on kickoff returns. That's putting a freshman back there. I know you were a little reluctant to do that at the beginning of the season. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, we didn't want to put him back there for the first opportunity of the season. Then after that, we wanted to get him involved. He's dangerous in the open field, as he showed. You know, when I went down and evaluated him, I don't know if I'd seen a high school back that was more of a violent runner. And I think he showed that. Number 9 came up and laid the wood on him one time, and it was a crack, and he spun out of it and still gained 5 yards on the play. He's going to be a heck of a football player for us.
Talk about the effort of your team in the second half.
You know, I challenged them to play with that kind of effort, and they did. And when you're down 28 to zip, you don't go in there and Newt Rockney and them that hey, we're going to go win a football game. You talk about having an opportunity to win a football game if you go out and execute and play well and play with great effort. And we did, and proud of our kids for that.
Paul, what do you have to do to get closer to this program?
Oh, just keep doing what we're doing. I think under 2 is still infantile when you're talking about developing a program. We haven't been here but 20-something months. They've been here for 12 years. They got a dang good program. They got the same strength staff. They got the same coordinators. The guys have been doing the things they do for a long time. Put them in a bubble and let me be here 10 more years. Maybe that's how we'll catch up. We'll catch up by doing what we do and doing it every day to the best of our ability.
What do you say to Austin?